Hey, what's up, Coach? Welcome back to the podcast. Today is episode 226. If you did not listen to yesterday's podcast, make sure to go listen to that and go through the exercise where I asked you that question, and I want you to send me a response on Instagram. That was a really important episode. It's very tactical. It's very to the point, and I want to help you with that. So go back and listen to that. You can pause this episode now if you want and go listen to that. That way today's episode makes more sense because this kind of goes hand in hand with yesterday's podcast. Now, the title is Turn a Negative into Gold. Here's what I mean by that. If you follow the advice I shared yesterday, one of the things I said is you should record every phone call that you have with prospects, and you should go listen to every phone call, whether it's good and you sold them on your program, or it's bad and you talked the whole time, you dominated the conversation, and they decided not to join your program. Whether it's good or bad, you go listen to it. But let's just say it's bad. Let's say you had a phone call and it was absolutely terrible. It was negative, right? The reason why I want you to record yourself talking and record them talking is so you can learn from mistakes, right? And the way I look at negativity in your business, I look at it as an obstacle. And the obstacle is meant to be overcome. And you can only overcome an obstacle if you go into it with a mindset of, all right, I'm going to take this loss and turn it into a victory. I'm going to turn this negative and turn it into gold. Or take this negative, turn it into gold, right? You do that by learning. And this happens when you look at anything that you do and you realize, all right, this didn't go the way I wanted it to, great, I learned. Now, if this happens again, I know what to do better, right? I'm serious. Over the last 90 days, I've made so many mistakes within my business that allow me to move faster and quicker than ever before because I experienced what those negatives were, right? And I learned from them. And now, I can adjust and pivot and be like, oh, well, that didn't work. Well, I'm going to try something else, right? I constantly do that within my business. I've been constantly doing that since I started my business over a decade ago, right? So again, if we look at a negative and you're like, oh, that sucks, that's super negative, and it stays that way, you're not going to learn from it. If you take the negative and you learn from it, you turn that thing into gold, right? That's just how it works, right? I'm going to give you one example, all right? Let's take that sales call that I talked about earlier, and you learn. Let's say you go 25 calls in a row, and you have 25 negative calls where you didn't close anybody. I promise you, if you take the time to learn, that 26th call, you're going to close the next prospect. I promise you. But if you have like 3 or 4 bad calls in a row and you're like, oh, this sucks, I can't close anyone. No, that's not true. You've only talked to 4 people. That's it, right? Probably over 100,000 more people in your area that you could talk to, all right? So that's it, guys. Go back and listen to episode 225 to learn the tactics behind sales calls. And I have an exercise attached to that. And I want to hear your feedback. Go to Instagram, shoot me your feedback there. But just go listen to that episode if you missed it. And if you did listen to it, go listen to it again because I promise you that will help you. All right? So that's it for this week, guys. This was an awesome week of content. I got a lot of feedback from these episodes this week. And if you are serious about taking your business to the next level, head over to our website at www.buildmysportsbiz.com. We have ebooks for coaches that are just starting their programs. We have the Perfect Client Blueprint. This is for you if you want to learn how to charge $400 to $800 per client for private training. We have our live workshops. I mean, there's a lot that I could pitch right now, but I don't want to. Just go to our website and check it out there. So that's it, guys. I'll see you later.